Using comparative sentences in English is an excellent way to highlight differences between two things, people, or actions. These sentences help us show how one thing is different from another in terms of qualities like size, age, speed, price, or even abstract ideas like happiness or intelligence. Mastering comparative sentences can make your language more descriptive and clear, allowing you to express comparisons in both casual and formal situations. In this session, we'll explore how to create and use comparative sentences effectively. The structure for forming comparative sentences is relatively simple. In most cases, we use an adjective or adverb in its comparative form, followed by than to show the difference between two things. For example, if we want to compare the height of two people, we would say John is taller than Paul. In this sentence, taller is the comparative form of the adjective tall, and than links the two people being compared. This basic pattern, subject plus comparative adjective or adverb plus than plus subject, is the foundation for most comparative sentences in English. When using comparative adjectives, we typically follow two main rules. For one-syllable adjectives, we add er at the end. For example, small becomes smaller, fast becomes faster, and high becomes higher. If the adjective has more than one syllable, we use more or less before the adjective. For instance, beautiful becomes more beautiful, expensive becomes more expensive, and interesting becomes more interesting. Similarly, for adjectives that end in y, we change the y to I and add er, such as happy becoming happier. However, some adjectives have irregular comparative forms that don't follow these rules. For example, good becomes better, and bad becomes worse. Similarly, far can become farther or further, depending on the context. It's important to memorize these irregular comparatives because they don't follow the regular patterns. Another important part of using comparatives effectively is with comparative adverbs. Like adjectives, adverbs can also be made comparative by adding er or using more or less. For instance, she runs fast becomes she runs faster than I do. Or if you want to compare two actions, he speaks quickly becomes he speaks more quickly than she does. The structure remains the same: subject plus comparative adverb plus than plus subject. Time expressions also play a role in comparative sentences. For example, if you are comparing two events in terms of when they happened, you might say something like, "This year's summer is hotter than last year's." Here, the adjective hot becomes hotter to show the difference between the two summers. Similarly, you might say, "My brother is older than me," to compare the ages of you and your sibling. These comparative sentences help describe changes over time, whether it's about the weather, your life, or progress in a certain area. In conclusion, comparative sentences are a powerful tool for expressing differences and comparisons in English. By learning the rules for creating comparatives and practicing them regularly, you can improve both your spoken and written English. Whether you're comparing tangible objects, experiences, or abstract concepts, using comparatives helps you communicate clearly and effectively. So keep practicing, and don't be afraid to compare the world around you. It's an important part of mastering English.